I, for years now, have been overwhelmed and overcome by the pursuit of God toward us. It's a desperate pursuit. It's an intense pursuit. It's one that oftentimes I easily set aside, take for granted, or simply don't believe. I genuinely believe that the manifestation of each of our sins, whether it be, the sin of jealousy or the sin of arrogance or the sin of gluttony, at the very core of each of those sins is the question, does God pursue me? In the enactment of those sins is a manner in which we try to answer the question ourselves. If he is not in pursuit of me, this is how I will experience pursuit. This is how I will experience fulfillment. This is how I will experience being fully known. Because one of the things that's interesting about pursuit is that at the very core of our desire to be pursued by God is the desire to be known by someone, but especially by him. This morning I'm reflecting on Psalm 139. Psalm 139 is a psalm of David, and it is a psalm that describes the pursuit of God for each of us in such an intensity, with such a beauty, that I thought it appropriate for us to just let the words wash over us and challenge us to embrace the beautiful gift of the pursuit of God. It starts off by saying this: "You have searched me, Lord, and you know me." I love that phrase. You have searched me. Now, the rest of the psalm talks about how God continues to search us, but he has searched us. He is searching us, and he will continue to search us. The pursuit is not limited by our sin. The pursuit is not limited by time. He searches us. And I don't know about you, but there's a part of that where there is nothing that is more vulnerable and more flattering than when someone searches you, pursues you, or, as the psalmist says, knows you, really knows you. Verse 2, it says, "You know when I sit, and you know when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all of my ways." Man, I love being married. It really is truly one of the greatest delights of my heart. I love being married for a multitude of reasons, but two of which are brought out in this psalm. Number one, it is unbelievable to know that someone on this earth fully knows me and still wants to be near me, still is in pursuit of me. There is no greater love that I have found than when someone wants to know the patterns of my ways, both physical and within my soul. Whenever someone is interested not just in my thoughts, but how the thoughts even came to be. When someone is truly engaging me on a level that is intimate, it at its very core has the key element of pursuit. And in my relationship with my wife, I've found that unique gift of someone in pursuit of me. And the second thing I love about being married is getting to do the same thing for her. To practice the reciprocation of pursuit. For pursuit, if it is going to develop into a beautiful, transforming relationship, must be mutual. I know whenever my wife is thinking or is even concerned about the conversation, because she will start to grab her hair and not just stroke it, she will begin to place the hair and tap it against her lips. And whenever I see her doing that, even if a conversation's not been had, I immediately say, "What are you thinking about?" Sometimes she'll say, "Why?" I say, "Because you're doing that thing with your hair." I know her ways. It's a pursuit. And relationships are built off of mutual pursuit. Verse 7. Where can I go from your spirit? It isn't always in pursuit. Where can I flee from your presence? If I go to the heavens, you're there. I mean, he's just spent the first half of the psalm saying, I'm here on earth and you find me. He said, but if I go to the heavens, you are there. Even if I made my bed in the depths, or in Sheol, or in hell, even there you would find me. You were there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. You know, there are some of us that simply need to be reminded this week that wherever you are, God is in pursuit, present, guiding, knowing, anticipating, and He is outflanking even the darkness of your heart. For the darkness does not keep Him from you. Your sin does not make Him ashamed of you the way that you are ashamed of yourself. For oftentimes, whenever we feel as if we are in a desert, as if God has abandoned us, as if He is no longer pursuing us, it is more when we forget, whenever we give up on ourselves, believe that we are unworthy of pursuit, believe that what we have done has gone to such an extreme that surely God no longer is looking to be near us. And yet the psalmist keeps going, and he brings this out. He calls this to the forefront. Verse 11, if I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me, running from God by shrouding us with fig leaves. It says, verse 12, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. In other words, there is nowhere you can go, there is nothing you can do that will alter God's passionate pursuit of all that you are. Matter of fact, this was actually the verse that caught my attention this morning, verse 13. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. This pursuit didn't even begin the moment that you breathed the air of this world. It began even in the womb, before the womb. He's preparing this moment, as Acts 17 says, this moment, so that you can actually reach out and engage and embrace the God of pursuit. This week, I want you to rest in this fact. God is in desperate pursuit of you. He knew your rebellion before your rebellion came to be. And He knows your joy even before your joy came to be. Why? Because God is in desperate pursuit of you. And hopefully that belief, hopefully that truth will start to foster a mutual pursuit from you to Him. I love you guys. Have a good week.